Hey everybody, Jason here. I hope y'all doing really good. So ever since I moved to Florida, I've found myself sort of wanting to build a semi-autonomous, like remotely operated submarine. That has only amounted to what is literally just a pile of parts because I am a grown-up and I just don't have the time to build anything like that, which makes something like this extremely difficult to turn down. So today I'm going to be reviewing the all-new Tank X11 from SMOROBOT. This is an intelligent robotic pool cleaner that should save me lots of time. You see here, it says powerful suction. Let's get this outside. I'm sure the printer won't mind this. There we go. Oh yeah. Ooh, we have instructions. Ooh, that's heavy. Nice. Most of the weight of this whole box is the robot. Flavor packets. So here's everything that comes in the box. We have our SMOROBOT. We have a buoy here for retrieving it. It's like a floaty thing. I'm not going to use that. We have an extra filter basket, a hook that goes on the end of your pole to retrieve it, and we have a charger. I have no idea what the extra screws are for yet. Yeah, I really just don't know squat about pool vacuums, which probably makes me a good candidate to do a review on one of these. So I see that it came with a filter basket, but I think it also already has one in it. Yeah, so we have a filter basket that came in it, and then a spare one. Is one of these maybe a different? I think the mesh could be different, but I'm not completely sure. So I'm fairly well certain the first thing that we're going to want to do with this is charge the battery. There we go. I'm just going to plug that in right there. The other end of this cord is going to get connected here. This actually looks pretty stinking decent. I mean, it's more than just one little O-ring. It's just like a big flat piece of rubber in there. So the charger only plugs in one way. We just line that sucker up just like that. All right, so once the charging is complete, it should look, something like this here. It is excruciatingly important to securely fasten this cap afterwards. I don't even want to think about what would happen if we didn't. There we go, nice and snug. So this thing is like a track-driven robot with some brushy things here on the front. We have two cleaning modes. We have normal and we have fast. So on the bottom we have our opening here where it's going to suck up and suck into the basket. You know, it goes in, but it can't come back out. Now the very first thing that we're going to want to do to get this started is turn off the circulation pump. It's pool cleaning day. Now I have waited for this pool to get thoroughly nasty. So as you can see, we do have some leaves and things floating on the surface of the pool. I have a decent layer of algae going on in the bottom as well as on the walls. And down here in the deep end, we've got these like seed pod things that come from a carrot wood tree. We've also got some little sticky things and we've got some leaves. So the best thing about this robot is that it is cordless and completely automatic. So I'm not going to have to do anything but sit back and watch it and maybe fix a phone or two. Okay, so to start out, I'm just going to be testing this in standard mode on the S, checking once more to make sure that charge cap is absolutely tight. All right, we're just going to sit this right down in there like that. I'm just kind of holding it steady to make sure it doesn't, like, you know, capsize. Ooh, I feel the thruster's kicking on already. Oh, that's to push itself to the bottom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I've lost it. Oh, no. Okay. So I guess it's just going to go ahead and maybe it's going to do this for a while. Ah, yes. There we go. There, it's ka-chunked itself down to the bottom nicely. It's cool how you can see the thrust pattern right here on top of the water already. Man, this thing didn't waste any time whatsoever. All right, so here's going to be the interesting part. This thing is supposed to be intelligent. So I'm really curious to see exactly how intelligent it is, really. I'm wondering what it's going to do about these stairs and just what it's going to do with the overall bowl shape. Now, it's supposed to clean the sidewalls first. And for the sidewalls, it does like an N pattern. And then for the bottom, it's supposed to drive like a U-shaped pattern. So we're going to evaluate this and see exactly what happens. Wow, so it's just going to head right on off down into the deep end. And it's just like driving a circle around the wall. So this thing just drove an entire circle around the wall of the pool. It sort of worked its way all around the steps from one side to the other, now just the bottom step. And now it's working its way up and down around the sidewall, and it's actually going all the way up and scrubbing the water line, moving over a little bit, all the way up and scrubbing the water line. Oh yeah, scrub my water line, baby. I don't have to do it no more thanks to you. I'll take real good care of your battery. I promise. I think I'm gonna name him Smo. Yeah, spank it. This little thing can do it. It is driving that N-shaped pattern on the wall. How about that? Let's see what it's gonna do with these steps. I think it's just gonna scrub them just as if it was a sidewall. Like, that's not gonna be any different for it. I think it's just gonna buzz right over the top of those steps. I can actually hear the sucking power. I think I better go ahead and move this string out of the way. Something tells me robot vacuum's not going to appreciate some random string. All right, here comes my nasty pull light. It's like, oh, here's a nasty pull light. Let's scrub it. Really? Oh yeah, scrub my pull light, baby. So I don't have to no more. I need to fix more cell phones and spend less time cleaning my swimming pool. Oh, it's losing the wall. Is it gonna fall off? It's like, oh, and it stops. You know, that thing probably did a better job on that light than I normally do. It looks like it's sitting still, but I can see the thruster hitting the top of the water still. Like, it really pumps some water. All right, it's gonna run over some leaves here. You just keep vacuuming the sidewalls. That's what I'm trying to film right now. So I wonder if it realizes when it misses like a huge spot on the side and it comes back around and gets it. I guess we'll find that out here shortly. All right, here we go. It's going to tackle one of our first jets. Yeah. Scrub all that algae off there. I don't care, just scrub it as long as you want. It'll be fine. Not bad. You can see it did leave just the tiniest little bit of tinge there on the one side, but I mean, this is a really old pool, and I just don't expect it to get every little last speck, especially the black stuff. What I wonder is how in the heck does it generalize or keep track of the shape or size of the pool? The thing clearly took off and drove all the way around the sides before it took off and before it started doing any real cleaning. Oh yeah, come to Papa. Oh, I love the way you scrub my water line. Now go get rid of that algae. I don't know, I'm thinking the pool might be like a little bit too dirty. Like maybe it's not a fair match for this poor robot. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, the thruster's moving the water from the bottom of the deep end. Like, that's 5 feet under the water. And it's blasting the surface like that. Sweet.
Oh, it's really like...
It helps it if you pet it. It'll do a better job if you encourage it and... Would you go do a good robot? Would you? Alright, now I think this thing's gonna take off. Like, I feel like it thinks it's done with the walls, right? Yeah. No? Up the wall again. You know, it's kind of hard to tell what an intelligent robot is thinking. So I think maybe it thinks, which it did, miss huge chunks of the sidewalls, and it's going back around and doing more of it. So I have no idea what algorithm or pattern this thing's running. I just know that it's supposed to clean all of the sidewalls, and then once it thinks it's done with the sidewalls, then it's supposed to clean the bottom. All right, so here it's doing the end pattern thing on these sidewalls. It's on its way down, it turns, it kind of scooches over, and then it goes back up. And then once it gets to the top, it kind of hangs there for a while and scrubs on the water line. What you gonna do, little robot? Let's see it, little robot. Wow, look at this thing. What is it even doing? There it goes. Oh no. Now don't blow all the water out of the pool. Come on, you can figure this out. You're an intelligent robot. You're just on some steps. It's gonna be okay. Don't spaz out on me now. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, so here we go, back around to this side of the pool again. And it's gonna start doing like an N-shaped pattern and continue to scrub these sidewalls up and down. I think that's actually maybe its 4th time on that side. Are we gonna do the bottom now, Smo? Come on now. Dun 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 dun. SMOROBOT. Right there, it kicks the thruster on, make sure it's planted down nice and well, and vacuums. It bumps into that step now. This thing starts making all kinds of decisions. It's not like it just bumps into the step, turns around, drives a little bit, turns, and then goes back. It actually goes back to the step, and it seems like it's adjusting its routine a little bit based upon like bumping into stuff. So maybe, just maybe, this thing is somewhat intelligent. Okay, so we're at about the halfway point now. It started to come this way, hesitated, it's blasting the vacuum pump. It turned a little bit, and now it's coming this way. I think this thing believes it's shooting like a straight shot back and forth across the pool. Come back, Smo. Come back. You missed a spot, bruh. Down here. Bruh. Okay, so it eventually did come back around and it got most of this pile here. And I think eventually it is going to go ahead and pick up what is left of the sticks here. Now, it does seem like a lot of the stuff that was on the sides and the little bit of algae that gets built up on the bottom, no matter what you do, it does seem like it stirred quite a bit of that up into the water. So the water is pretty cloudy after all of this. So the next time I run it, I'm going to run it with the ultrafine mesh basket and see if that'll do a better job with picking up the algae. For not doing any work other than throw this thing in the pool, it seems like it has done a pretty stinking good job, albeit seemingly random, or maybe like intelligently random. How about a moment of silence for the last 3 remaining sticks in this pool? Come on. Turn and pick up. Yes. Stop. Okay, go forward and not backwards. Come on, baby. Pick up those sticks. That's the last things left in this entire pool. No, it left one. Okay, it picked up 2 of those 3 sticks. It seems I have completely underestimated this thing. It has came back like over and over and over and seemingly has scrubbed almost everything off the bottom of this pool. There's literally like 1 stick left down here that I'm hoping that it comes back and gets. But yeah, check it out. All of the debris that was in the bottom of this pool and pretty much the spots of algae too. It seems like it is pretty well scrubbed consistently, and there we go. It's coming back for like a 10th time or something. Okay, I think this thing is just about done now. There is literally 1 tiny little stick there that it missed. Now, at first I was really worried because it kind of got hung up over here at this end and like cleaned the same spot repetitively and made just like 1 big clean spot. It missed a pile of dirt and then moved back onto the other end of the pool. So I'm over here like, dude, come back, you missed the whole freaking spot. But I think what's going on here is that it has like a set algorithm or a set pattern that it's running on the bottom, like a go up, stop, turn, up, back, blah, blah, whatever, and then repeat. And then it's running that over and over and over until the battery runs dead. I think that's what's going on here, which I'm completely okay with that because some of the spots that it missed, it has came back and got them. And now here, without doing 1 bit of work, this thing is pretty freaking spotless. From here, the circulation pump will take care of whatever got stirred up into the water, but this thing did. It seems to have vacuumed up every last little speck of stuff, except for that 1 stick laying right there. Hey, what do you know? That thing finally finished. And as much talking as I did about it, just like running its little routine and just doing the same thing over and over and over, what sort of coincidence would it be if it actually stopped right where I put it in the water? Well, I just figured out what that little screw packet is for. I'm going to use the little hooker thing this thing came with. Just reach right down in there and pull it up here. All right, so now it's time to find out how good this thing sucks. Pull the filter basket out of here and see what we got out of my pool, shall we? Ooh, that thing feels heavy. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Oh my goodness. Seriously? It vacuumed up all the sticks, the leaves, and the 1/2 cup or so of beach sand we get in this pool every week. Look at this.
Let's get into it.
Full of beach sand.
Jeez, yeah, I mean, it does have that really fine mesh. I mean, like I said, you could keep butterflies in here.
Well, I know it has the mesh, but I didn't think it would suck that good. Or that hard.
If you
or
want something to suck in your life, it'd be a vacuum.
This thing really sucks. I mean, it did a fabulous job on it. It even got rid of the algae. Well, what can I say? I was prepared to give this thing a review because at first it looked like it was gonna like skip huge patches and leave things partially cleaned and stuff, but it sat and ran its algorithm enough times that it has pretty well picked up every last little speck of everything on the bottom of this pool, except for like 1 tiny little twig. I literally just turned this thing on, tossed it in the pool, and it did the rest. Now, it took a whole lot longer than it would than like if I were to clean it myself. It takes me about 20 minutes to an hour to clean this pool, but this will take me like maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Now, I found the suction power to be really surprising. I had people tell me that these pool vacuums, they simply just whisk the dirt in and that there's not any real suction at all. But I'm here to say that as far as this model here goes, that is completely wrong. This thing sucks like a Hoover. It even picked up beach sand and the finest little bit of stuff out of the bottom of this pool. Honestly, with what it picked up, I don't think it's been vacuumed that well in a while. This thing seems to do really well. So with that, I really have no choice but to give this thing a good review. This thing is going to save me a freaking ton of time. Now, with the old way that I do it working so well, I'm not sure that I would spend the sort of money that it would take to buy a unit like this. I'm really fortunate that SMOROBOT has sent me this unit for review, and I was skeptical, but I really like this thing. This thing's going to save me a ton of time, and I can't wait to see how well it sucks with the fine mesh basket. So then, that is going to be the end of this video. I really thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Man, it's hot. Oh, I'm about to die of a heat stroke out here. I bet. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Abandoned ship. It's like, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We're just gonna start back over here again now. Well, I guess we're gonna check out how its error correction is. It's gonna fall off every time it hits the top. All right.
Oh, no, no.
Uh-oh, what's it gonna do now?
So it can just do its own flip.
Somersault robot. I would have died laughing if it drenched you just now. Don't spray me, Smo. That was not part of the deal when I accepted this review, getting sprayed by a robot. What you gonna do there, little robot? All right, here we go. Dive, dive, dive.
It's gonna do it again here in a minute. I think that's the program. It's gonna go chew and shoot itself to the bottom.
All right, so this is at the end of a standard run with the fine mesh basket. Oh yeah, baby. Look what this thing will pick up. Seriously? Yeah, so I sort of forgot this thing was in here. Aha! This time it stopped down in the deep end.